Hey singers, it's your vocal coach Jaime Vendera from DoctorVox, and today's question has to do with why can I not just use a straw and a glass of water compared to the DoctorVox vocal strength training kit? Why do I need to buy the DoctorVox? Well, for me, there's a huge, major reason. It's because the DoctorVox is 100 times more powerful than a straw and water. Let me explain why. One of my favorite hardest working students is Brian Burkheiser from I Prevail. And after he had his vocal injury, his doctors put him on a glass with a straw and water. And he was vocalizing like this. And while it did help him, and he could feel some of the benefits, when he switched to the DoctorVox, it blew his mind. He told me that the vibrations that he felt in his voice, down in his throat, felt like they were 100 times more potent. The reason is simple. When you're vocalizing into the glass, you have this giant mouth at the top. So when you're creating bubbles, all that energy is being released. When you have your DoctorVox device and the BottleVox and the PocketVox is connected, there's only this tiny little hole inside the short tube that allows a little bit of air to escape so that you can balance the breath pressure that you're creating. If I go and I cover that hole, I can't release any bubbles. So when I'm bubbling like this, compared to this, there's a huge difference because all of the energy from the bubbles is traveling back up this long tube, down my throat, and massaging my vocal cords. When I switch to the glass and the straw, it doesn't feel near as effective. But hey, with that said, I'm not discounting that. In fact, that is why we give you the bonus LaxVox tube. I was on a TV show in Amsterdam, and I had one of the very first Vox when they were created back in 2016. And as I was leaving the set, I forgot my Vox. And I'm so in love with my Vox. I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. So I didn't want any of you to ever be in a pickle and forget your Vox somewhere. So I figured if we give you this bonus tube, at least you have something to alleviate any issues and keep your voice on point until you can get your next Vox, because I know you're going to want several of these. In fact, I have a student named James Labrie from Dream Theater, and you know how many he has on tour? 4 sets. So never be without your Vox, but if you do lose it, at least you have your LaxVox tube until you can replace it with this.